everyone, this is Marie Blue Angel, and today I am back with the Villainess Just Wants to Eat, and we are again on Cenric's route. So we're gonna continue and see exactly what's happening. Um, I believe we're about to see Cenric teach Davinia how to cook because she requested that. So we'll see what cuteness ensues between the two of them as they do this. Though Davinia looks very nervous, just based on her facial expression here. But Cenric seems very enthusiastic, which is always a good sign, I think. Anyways, let's just get into it. Now that we're in the kitchen, I feel a wave of nervousness wash over me. Why? I don't know. I look at Cenric, who's retying his apron. Is this a good idea? Sure it is. I promise you'll be good. What are we even making? Cenric smiles, putting his hands on his hips. Pizza. Ooh, pizza. That sounds fun. And I think a very good intro lesson. My eyes widen. Pizza? I noticed how much you liked it last time, so I thought we'd start off your lessons by making something you enjoy. He's so observant. I love this. Oh, you're just so cute. I can't help myself. I reach out and fluff his hair, a giggle leaving my lips. Cenric blushes. He sheepishly speaks afterwards. How cute. Thank you. He then gets a stern look on his face. Still adorable. Now, it's time to take things seriously. First, we'll start with the dough. He takes out a mixing bowl, salt, flour, and a pitcher with water. A basic dough can be made with these ingredients. Pizza doesn't need much and can be really simple. Good to know. He measures out the flour and the water. He then moves out of the way. Go ahead and combine these. I nod and walk over to the mixing bowl. I add the flour and water. It wasn't any different from what I've seen in anime and manhwa. Also, should a Davinia be wearing an apron? I wouldn't want her nice dress to get, unnecessarily, stuff that would, stain and from things that would be hard to take out. But whatever. It's okay. It's fine. I'm gonna assume that an apron was given. Now I mix.
Hey!
Wait. I reach into the bowl with both hands and start to mix. Flour sticks to my hands. Cenric bursts out laughing. You're supposed to use a spoon first. Then when it all comes together, you knead it. Oh, makes sense. Now my hands are all clumpy. Here, let me. Cenric uses a spoon to mix the rest of it. After he forms a dough ball, he sprinkles flour on the table. He then puts the dough on top of the table. All right, start kneading. Yes, chef. We take turns kneading the dough until it's a nice ball shape. As we make the dough, he tells me all about cooking, from when to use measurements, techniques, as well as dishes for beginners. Next time we can make cookies. It's surprisingly hard to do. Permission to eat the cookie dough, chef? Cenric laughs, the sound coming from deep in his belly. No, it'll give you a stomachache. He pauses. I am not speaking from experience whatsoever. Sure. Okay, what next? Take out your knife. It's time to get saucy. Ooh, we're gonna make the sauce? How fun. Watching this makes me hungry. Reading through this, them cooking pizza also makes me hungry. And I swear I've just had a meal, so the power of food descriptions and cooking scenes, they're just too powerful, too influential. Cenric places 3 tomatoes on a cutting board. I take out my knife, holding it in my hand. Don't worry, I got this. I give him a confident grin. He shakes his head, crossing his arms as he watches me. I grip the tomato and try to cut it. It rolls away. Oh, this is so cute. Look at them. Wait, am I allowed to, like, if I go to preferences, can I see, like, move stuff around? Oh, I don't want to skip anything. Okay, go back. I just want to see the illustration a little bit more. But look how cute. Look at Cenric being like, oh my goodness, it's okay. But Davinia's like very concentrated and a little frustrated. The knife over here is like hit the table unexpectedly. While Cenric obviously is having a very smooth time with it all because he is the chef at the castle. So he's good at his job. I love the cabbage and like the onion here too. I try it again. It rolls away. Damn tomato. Cenric laughs. He centers a tomato on the cutting board.
Let me help.
Okay. He comes up behind me. It's like my whole world eclipses. His hands wrap over mine as he shows me the correct posture and grip.
You have to hold the knife like this so you have control. Then curl your other fingers.
Cenric curls my fingers with one hand so my knuckles are near the blade.
Like this. That way you won't cut yourself. Now try.
Oh, I love this. How cute are they? My eyebrows furrow as I try to focus on cutting the tomato. I block the feeling of Cenric's arms around mine as I slice the tomato. Come on, Davinia. Don't get distracted by him. You're gonna hurt yourself. I cut several uneven slices. Juice spreads across the cutting board as I squish the tomatoes. After a short struggle, I finally finish cutting the first tomato. How do you do this every day?
Practice, of course.
Absolutely. His warm breath sends a shiver down my spine, but as soon as I feel it, he pulls away. He gives me a smile.
Good job! You just cut your first tomato.
Aw, yeah, you did. Woohoo! Go Davinia. All thanks to you, Chef. He laughs, shaking his head. Enough with calling me Chef. He scoops the rest of the tomatoes into a pot. What are you doing? Don't we need to cut those? Not for sauce, we don't. I pout, crossing my arms. You tricked me. Cenric gasps. What? Does this look like the face of a trickster to you? No. No, it doesn't. That's the face of a puppy. We continue our cooking lesson. Cenric is attentive, catching every little detail. He seems different. Not in a bad way, just in a way I've never seen. With everything he teaches, he makes sure I understand. He's constantly asking if I'm comfortable or if he needs to slow down. His kindness practically radiates off him. Cenric is so kind, and we love to see it. Even more so through this cooking lesson. I can truly feel Cenric's passion for cooking, and it makes me wonder why he lost it in the first place. The mood is peaceful as we wait for the pizza to cook in the oven. I decide to just ask. What made you lose your passion for cooking? Cenric looks at me, his gaze unreadable. I mean, I could feel it when you were teaching me. I'm just curious. Well, he sighs, crossing his arms. I guess I should start from the beginning. I grew up on a farm near the border of the kingdom. My family was really poor, and we didn't have a lot. Still, it wasn't a bad life. When I was around 15, I wanted to help my family out. There was a local tavern. I started off as a server, but I showed a lot of interest in the food there. A smile appears on his face as he recounts his story. The food was truly amazing. It was simple, yet delicious. It was a comfort. Eventually, the cook noticed and took me under his wing. He was such a kind guy. Taught me everything I know. Turns out he was a retired royal chef. When I turned 18, he surprised me with a letter. Oh, probably a recommendation. It said I was going to be an intern at the royal palace. One thing led to another, and I eventually became head chef. Wow, that's a wild ride. I love it. It was like a dream. I do what I love and provide for my family. But the more I cooked. His smile slowly disappears. Cenric's eyes fill with sadness, making me take a step closer to comfort him. Go on. The more I realize no one cared about how it tastes. Oh, no. And so this is why Davinia is great. Obviously for other reasons, but like one of the primary reasons is that she really enjoys eating. Well, our character really enjoys eating food and really cares about what the tastes are rather than just like the food being the food. He looks up at me. He looks up at me, forcing a smile. But then when you started suddenly loving my food, I thought it was a sign. I stare up at him, my eyes traveling the features of his face. My voice is quiet. Do you think you could fall in love? I mean, with cooking? His smile softens into something more genuine, and he nods. I think I already have. Are we talking about... You both are blushing suspiciously. Are we talking about cooking? Oh, we are talking about cooking, but we're also not talking about cooking. Okay, great. I'm glad I caught that. Okay, great. Not that it was hard to... It wasn't super obvious, but I was like, the two of you are talking about probably this, like, the same things, but without actually saying it. Okay. Great, we love that. It's obvious there's a hidden meaning behind both of our words. My heart is practically beating out of my chest at this point. Before I can make myself more flustered by reading too much into this, I decide to ask another question. Why don't you like beef stew? That's true. What's the story there? Cenric frowns. People loved it in my village, but the people here see it as peasant food. Peasant food? If you're gonna see it as peasant food, you have to at least acknowledge that maybe they're right. Maybe the commoners have something that is better than whatever nobility and royals have. Beef stew is so good. I just like even without, like, if you don't eat meat or like anything like that, like, it's very hearty. Like, having all the vegetables and like the sauce come together is so good. I'm like now salivating. But that's unfortunate that that's the reoccurring opinion here. I gasped, completely offended, like I was. What? That is an insult. Beef stew brings happiness and comfort. It's like a warm hug. I've craved your beef stew since I first tasted it. Cenric's face turns a dark red. He giggles. Actually giggles. He turns his face away, trying to hide his flush. Then the timer goes off, causing both of us to jump. Cenric immediately goes over to the oven. As soon as he opens the door, the smell wafts out into the kitchen. Pizza is done. Ooh, exciting. I want to see. I watch as he sets it down on the counter. Wow, it looks amazing. You did good, Davinia. I give him a giant smile. And I have a great teacher to thank for that. Cute. I love that. That was so cute. So adorable. Okay, so yeah. And their feelings are growing for each other. And Davinia was able to find out more about like why Cenric was starting to lose his passion for cooking, and when our character was like reincarnated into this story, that point where she started showing interest in the food was very good, because that's the more interesting part for Cenric, because people don't really care overall what the food has been like, which is unfortunate. Food is so good. Oh my goodness. But you know, there are people who don't appreciate as much, which is fine. That's there are many reasons for that, I would believe, but it's sad. whether or not you can control that or not. Anyways, like we think about like Lewis, who like has a lot of negative associations with food, which is unfortunate. I say sad in terms of like being it's unfortunate that that's the situation, because like you can't help these associations that you have, and it's really hard, I think, to like undo those associations or like replace them with more positive ones. So I don't know. I do like how the route is going in comparison to Lewis's. It makes a lot of sense given that like Davinia really loves eating food and tasting food and enjoying food, and like Cenric's the chef and like really has passion for like making food and experimenting with like different flavors and recipes and all that, but like has kind of become more stagnant ever since like really becoming head chef, when generally speaking people don't really appreciate food in a specific way or like care what it tastes like, etc., etc. That would, I would think, be very like unmotivating to see that consistently. Anyways, now we're in the hallway, so let's see what's going on. The more I hang out with Cenric, the more I realize that I truly don't want to get married to Lewis. Before, I told myself it was for Lewis and Attilia, but now I know. I want to be with Cenric. Confession inside the mind. I love it. Through spending time with him, I have found someone who shares the same passion as I do. It's so easy to be around him. I don't need to act like nobility or fret over making mistakes. I can be myself, which is wonderful. The ball is tomorrow. If I want to end the engagement, I have to do it now. So I make my way over to Lewis's room to demand we break it off. Maybe not demand. I was going to say that sounded a little too strong, but like, it's not like he wouldn't say yes to breaking things off. I'll politely ask. I go to knock on his door, but see that it's slightly cracked open. I mutter out an excuse me before opening the door. Attilia! Attilia's in Lewis's room. Oh, I thought we were going to his office. And they're kissing! Oh my god, I didn't see that. I let out a gasp. That is so fine. I just thought we were going to his office because that's what we saw in his route. But like, oh my god, good for them. But also, I guess we're all going to talk about it now. How fun. We're all friends here. It's fine. Finally! They both immediately pull away from each other, shock on their faces. Lewis is the first to speak.
It's not what it looks like.
Yes, it does look... What do you mean?
That's right. We were just...
Don't lie. I hold my hands up to stop them. Well, it was kind of funny to see them flustered. There's no reason for me to drag it on. I am kind, after all. I've been waiting for this to happen. My voice is calm, a ghost of a smile on my lips.
What do you mean?
Lewis, how are you feeling about the marriage thing? His face falls, but he quickly tries to recover. Attilia staring at Lewis, waiting for his answer. And that is enough for me. Don't answer that. Davinia, I don't want to marry you. He and Attilia both gasp. We're shocked. Not really, but...
We can't call off the engagement.
What do you mean? You're obviously not into Davinia and you like Attilia enough. You could at least, break things off. And obviously Davinia is like, I want to be with Cenric. Yes, we can, and we should. It's obvious we both have different priorities. Attilia speaks up, her voice small.
But the ball...
We can still have the ball, and it's still an engagement announcement, but for the both of you. It's cute to see their reactions. They're both blushing a lot. The way they both blush in unison, avoiding each other's gaze. I wonder if Cenric and I look like this. Think about it. You don't have to get engaged right away, but when you do, I want a wedding invitation. I leave them flustered. No reply necessary, closing the door behind me. As I walk down the halls, a wave of relief washes over me. I didn't know I was holding so much stress over this, but now it's all gone. I find myself in the kitchen. It's late. Too late for anyone to be inside, and yet I see Cenric kneading dough. My eyes slowly travel up his arms, taking in the way his muscles flex with every movement. Okay, I'm getting distracted. Finally, my eyes meet his face. He looks serious. His eyebrows are furrowed and his mouth is pressed into a line. Even with a serious look, he's still so adorable. Why are you here all alone?
Hey!
I walk over to him, my arms crossed. Cenric gives me a startled look as he jumps slightly. His gaze softens. I just wanted some alone time. Oh, I was going to offer my help, but... No. Stay. He takes a rolling pin and hands it to me. He then places a ball of dough in front of me. You can roll this out, then cut it into tiny squares. Ooh, what are you making? I nod and get to work. Oh, are these for the tarts? I thought he was making more pizza. He nods, and that's all he does. Normally he would say something or try to keep the conversation going, but not this time. I decide to stay quiet as well. My mind goes into overdrive of what can be wrong. It seems like he no longer has reservations about cooking. But now he seems just as sad as when I first saw him in the kitchen all that time ago. I can't stand it. I pick up a pinch of flour and flick it at Cenric's face. Lol. The play fighting. Oi, why aren't you talking? His eyes widen.
Did you just throw flour at me?
Yes. What are you going to do about it? I smirk mischievously. Cenric looks determined as he reaches into the bag of flour. He takes out a giant clump and throws it at me. Hey, I did not use that much.
Payback!
Lol. Oh, you're in for it. We start a flour battle. We take turns flinging the white powder at each other. Laughter fills the empty space as the room brightens with a change in mood. It feels good to make Cenric feel happy. It feels even better to throw flour around like a couple of children.
You look adorable like that.
That's too cute, stop. Cenric laughs and points at me. I giggle, rolling my eyes. You're one to talk. You look like a giant golden retriever covered in flour. Cenric reaches into the bag, but I decide to make a run for it. Cenric notices. His hands reach out and grab my waist, turning me around and pulling me flush against his chest. Ooh.
I won't let you get away.
You better not. I stare up at him. He stares back. We're both covered in flour. He reaches out, brushing some from my face. His eyes keep flickering down to my lips. My heart is pounding. It always seems to pound around him, but this time it's different. It feels like something might actually happen. And I hope something does. Woo, let's root for that.
Can I kiss you?
Absolutely. Go for it. I need to see this for them. Oh my god, they're so cute. That was so cute. I almost don't hear his words. They're so quiet that I thought I just imagined them. But he's looking at me expectantly. So I nod. Oh, look at them! Oh my god, this CG's so stinky cute. It hurts my soul, like in a good way. Oh, look at them! They both look so happy, and the light is shining from the window. I love that. I love this for them. They look too adorable. They're both blushing. All the smiles. How cute. I also didn't realize that Cenric has like a mold like right at his bottom lip there, then his shoulder or right at his clavicle there. How nice. Okay. I'm gonna read now. He closes the distance between us. His lips are soft and sweet. A sense of warmth washes over me. It's like I've been sunbathing on a perfect summer day. Oh, I love that imagery. How fun. When I move to wrap my arms around him, he suddenly pushes me away. Why? I stare at him in shock. What? What is it? I pause and lightly touch my lips with my fingers. Does my breath stink?
I just kissed an engaged woman. A noble woman engaged to a prince.
Oh, you don't know yet. Don't worry. The engagement's broken off, my dude. It's fine. I just love though the realization of it, and it's like I can't be doing this, but also you can. I mean, you wouldn't be the first person to do that, but that's not his Cenric's way. He wants to make sure things are done appropriately, I would feel. So I get this, and it's very adorable. Oh, it takes me a moment, but I start laughing. Cenric doesn't find it funny. He pouts and crosses his arms. He's pouting, look at him, how cute.
It's not funny!
It really isn't, but it kinda is. It is. I know he doesn't know, but his reaction is so cute. I can't help but laugh. Understandably. Savor it. Sorry. Lewis and I called off our engagement. He's in love with Attilia. Cenric tilts his head. I can tell he's trying to piece everything together, but it doesn't click. He just gasps and looks sad.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Oh, he cares though. I stare at him. True himbo behavior. I like you, you dummy. I'm happy they're together. I mean, it's cute because it's like, wow. I'm thinking of Davinia, and she's probably going to be sad, like, most likely, if I don't think that she likes me, even though you just kissed each other, so I don't know what you're thinking. I guess true himbo behavior for real. And we love to see it. He lights up like a sparkler in the night.
Really?
Yes, she does. She just kissed you. Oh my goodness. Okay, we gotta reaffirm the feelings, out loud verbally. That's good. That's good to do. Really. We just stand there and shyly smile at each other like a bunch of idiots. The warm feeling inside of me doesn't disappear, nor do I want it to. We should probably clean up and finish baking.
Right, let's do that.
Despite the bashfulness between us, there's a sense of comfort and familiarity. We spend the rest of the night by each other's side. The smiles on our faces never go away. My feet hurt. We're at the ball. Have fun. The ball has been in full swing for almost an hour now. After Lewis and I mentioned that we weren't getting married, things were crazy, to say the least. There were a lot of murmurs, glances, and no doubt ill feelings towards me. Lewis could see the situation going out of control and quickly quell the rumors. He said it was mutual and that we remained friends. No one was going to argue with the future king anyway. They might still talk, but at least, that was cleared up. I spent most of the time trying to socialize. It was awkward and definitely not something I enjoyed. Besides, I was distracted by Cenric. I watch in the corner as he keeps running back and forth from the kitchen to the ballroom. His food is a hit, and rightfully so. Everyone looks pleased, and most are going back for seconds. Personally, if I was a guest at this ball, I would eat all the food. Like, socializing be damned. I'm just gonna eat all the food. Why else go to party? Obviously to socialize a little bit, but I also want to eat all the food. But I don't care about the food. For once. Now I want to talk to Cenric. It seems there's a lull in the crowd, so I make my way over to the table and pull him aside. He gives me a smile. His face is sweaty and he looks exhausted, but he also seems truly happy. No sadness in his eyes. That's good. Yay.
Hi.
Hi. Hi, Chef. He laughs. You should be proud of yourself, Cenric.
Stop it.
No. I turn to the crowd. Most of them have plates and are eating contentedly. I turn back to him. See, they love your food. I told you, you have a gift. Cenric suddenly wraps his arms around me in a tight bear hug. Aww.
I love you.
I did not expect that, even though I don't know why I didn't expect that. We're at the end of the route, so. So cute. So cute. Look at them both blushing. I love that Cenric has a really, at least very noticeable blush. It's very cute. I love you too. I don't miss a beat responding, but after I say it, my eyes widen. I couldn't read that. I was trying to widen my eyes at the same time reading that. That's so funny. Cenric pulls away and stares at me in amazement. The words feel natural, but not wrong. None of this feels wrong. He gives me a giant, beaming smile.
Thank you for helping me fall in love with food again. I couldn't have done this without you.
Okay, that is the similarity between the routes and the love interest, Lewis and Cenric. That they both end up falling in love with food again, or like finding their love for food for the first time in Lewis's case. That's not really, well, that's kind of that's a mild spoiler, but like, you know, all the details. If you haven't watched Lewis's route, what are you doing? After this, go watch Lewis's route. It's very cute. But this is very cute. I do like this theme in general. Davinia, like, obviously, like, trying to support the characters, the love interests, and like trying to get along with them and seeing what overlapping interests they have and all that. It's very nice, and helping them in the ways that you can help someone who you're close to. So it's great. I go to respond, but I'm interrupted. A noble holding an empty plate with wide eyes looks at us. Excuse me, but do you have any more of those cookies? They were just divine. Me, if I was a noble here. Oh, yes. Another noble joins another. Speech errors, I love it. Another noble joins another, asking for the beef stew recipe. More and more people slowly crowd Cenric. He's very, very popular. I also would love to know the beef stew recipe. Looks like you'll need some help.
Please.
Aw, cute. Oh, I love this. We're at their table, and there's Attilia and Lewis, and they're holding their hands. They're touching. How cute. Lewis has some food on his plate. That's good. All this food looks good. And the head mage, high mage here, also has stuff. Oh my god, they have donuts. I think my favorite is donuts. I won't lie. Like, absolutely. I literally just had donuts yesterday, and we'll be going on a trip soonish, and I already have found a donut place I need to go to and try donuts from. So here I am. And then also going back to them, Davinia looks happy. Look at all these food on the plate here, and like Cenric also, they are too cute. They look so happy. Look at them smiling. Everyone's happy. This is so cute. I love it. Okay. I love this as like probably the final CG here. We head back to the refreshments and start handing out food and replenishing when needed. Cenric's face is beaming with every compliment he receives. This is all I need. Food and the man I love. It's a perfect ending. Is it the end? It's just blank screen. That's it. That was so cute. I didn't expect it to end that quickly, but like that makes sense. I think a good chunk of the the setup of the story took a little bit more time, and I skipped over that this time. But anyways, it was very cute seeing Davinia and Lewis fall in love and help each other out, where Davinia was like trying to re-spark or like get Lewis to find his like passion or interest in cooking food and food in general again, and then like him helping with like food planning and teaching her how to cook is very cute. And Cenric is just like, I love him. Like his personality I love so much. And I don't know. He's wonderful. So yeah, that definitely ended on a very, very sweet note, and I like that we get like the CG at the end with like all of our main characters there, so that's very fun. But yes, that is the end of The Villainess Just Wants to Eat. That was wonderful, and again, I can't really say anything more than what I've already said, so I won't keep repeating myself. I'll have to check out the after stories that are on the game devs Tumblr for both. So they have one for Lewis and they have one for Cenric. I don't even know if I can decide who I liked. Like, if I had to pick one love interest, who I'd like more. I have no idea. Traditionally, or like, yeah, traditionally, for me, I tend to go for love interests that have like dark hair, a little bit more like tsundere type. But I do love cinnamon. I also really love like looks like a cinnamon roll is a cinnamon roll types, and I like so I can't. And that's like what Cenric is like to a T. And so I can't, I don't know if I can choose. I like both of them. Um, if you're watching this and you'd like to tell me whose route you like the most or what you like from each route, then feel free to comment. I love to discuss, share share opinions, share notes, and all that. But yes, anyways, thank you so much for watching me play through The Villainess Just Wants to Eat. I hope you enjoyed the story, and if you did, feel free to check out the game page, which I've linked below, as well as any other games by the game dev and team. This is a wonderful, wonderful game, and I'm very glad that I was able to finally play it, especially like ever since Atome Jam last year. I was very excited to see it. Anyways, if you haven't already liked the video, please like the video, and feel free to subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more visual novel Let's Plays in the future from me. I'm currently focusing on playing, what do you call that? Visual novels from this game jam called NaNoRenO that took place over the course of a month in March, from the beginning of March to the end of March, basically. So a lot of my channel is focusing on those visual novels, but I also play others. And of course, if you have any recommendations, please let me know. But anyways, I'll let you go now. I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Bye!